If you're going to focus your 4 years, this is a hypothetical, as a supervisor on a single issue to actually accomplish, what would that be and how would that benefit the quality of our lives? $1.5 minutes. One issue. What is it?
Sorry, I can't go there.
Yeah, I think I agree with Valerie. Not that I'm ducking out on that, but I don't see any way that a supervisor can say, this is my focus for 4 years.
Accountant, you know, we look at balance sheets, we look at income statements, we look at a lot of things. And the county suffers from one huge problem in its balance sheet, and that it's got between a $500 and a $600 million unfunded liability.
I want to deliver to you $1.3 billion of value for the $1.3 billion of taxes that we send to Sonoma County government.
Sorry, I can't go there. There's not one single issue. There's water, there's affordable housing, there's health care. There is no way that as a county supervisor you can say, well, I'm just here and not there. It's the environment, it's our quality of life, it's how we feel about that quality of life. And one of the most valued experiences for me throughout my time on the Board of Supervisors is that every day I am challenged by a new focus and something that is important to one of you or one group of you that needs to be responded to. So I'm sorry for the person who asked the question who wants just one thing. This is a big county. This is a demanding Sonoma Valley. I can't just give you one. All the issues are important.
Yeah, I think I agree with Valerie. Not that I'm ducking out on that, but I don't see any way that a supervisor can say, this is my focus for 4 years, because there's a multitude of issues and there are always new ones coming up. And as I said before, we're facing this inconvenient truth. We don't know what the changes are really going to be for climate change. You know, how much heat are we going to have to, adjust to during the hot, dry summers? How much more rain are we going to have, causing more flooding, sea levels changing? How's that going to affect Highway 37 and the railroad tracks? Are we going to be stuck 2 months out of the year with no Highway 37 connection to 101? And 116 is going to become our main thoroughfare route? I mean, you know, it's going to be hairy. So, yeah, I would say water's a big issue, housing's a big issue, healthcare's a huge issue, and on, traffic, you name it. I want to see the SMART train go in. I mean, a supervisor deals with a multitude of issues that are all interrelated. So that's where we are, folks.
As an accountant, you know, we look at balance sheets, we look at income statements, we look at a lot of things. And the county suffers from one huge problem in its balance sheet, and that it's got between a $500 and a $600 million unfunded liability to the retired people that work for this county. And when the sheriffs ask me, they say what the supervisors have said is they're just not going to pay it. And I said, well, are you going to go for that? Because I don't think that's going to happen. I think what's going to happen is we're going to have a big legal issue here. And if it is $600 million and the attorneys get 30% of that, I mean, it's $180 million, we'll probably have attorneys come out from New York to sue the county to affect what they should have done but didn't do. They didn't fund the benefits. And that's fiscal mismanagement, and I think it can be handled, but it needs to be worked out with the employees. It shouldn't be coming as a directive down through some attorney to the board. We're just not going to be taking care of you. You've done your service to the county, but we're not going to take care of what we said we were going to do on our behalf.
I can answer this. I want to deliver to you $1.3 billion of value for the $1.3 billion of taxes that we send to Sonoma County government. We have three big problems to solve. They're structural: transparency, fiscal management practices, policy leadership by the board instead of staff. If we solve those three, everything else will fall in place. You have an unprecedented opportunity. The supervisors in the 3rd and the 5th district are retiring. If you put somebody new in, you have a new board majority that'll start looking at things differently and won't tell you, I wish we had more money. They should come back and tell you, we have gone through this and found every bit of waste and inefficiency, and we're thinking of ways to do things differently to give you what you want for the money that you give us. That is my one thing.
That concludes the forum. I want to thank you all for coming tonight. You've been very respectful, and I want to thank the candidates.